Slovakia. Well, it's one of those Central European country that we're gonna look today, and I'm quite interested in this one because I think we're gonna see something that we're gonna like here. But like I said, numbers is like 5.5 million people, just to have some idea. So let's dive right into it. Let's see how they do. Look at this. The street view, it's absolutely thick here. You can find everything that you want, and I want to go here. Let's check this town, how it is here in the middle of, I would say, nowhere. Right from the back, it's pretty good. They have some bike lane here, which is nice. They have good roads, nice building, everything is green, everything is clean, looking good so far. Those apartment buildings, clearly from the communist era, it doesn't look that appealing to me. It's just something that they should be demolished. I mean, look at this, how horrible they are. That's a spot that you don't want to see. So I guess probably in the future, hopefully, not just here, it's pretty much everywhere, they're going to have some sort of a program that decommunizing the country and the Europe, with the main object being demolished every single communist building ever produced. So that would be a really good program, I would say. Probably they're gonna start doing that when they're gonna start moving people back to the countryside when they live for pretty much millennials. So yeah, but here when they have some houses, doesn't look bad at all. I mean, look at this, clean. The streets are clean. Housing, yeah, pretty good, I would say. Not something on my taste, but not so bad. Let's face it. It's definitely, look at this, much more green that we see in Malta. It does look much more appealing immediately. I mean, look at these mountains, these hills here in the back. You can't beat it. You can, I mean, like, you can have a nice beach, a nice ocean, all of that, but I start to think like nobody can beat the mountains, no matter how much they try. You can have, like I say, a vacation in Caribbean, no problem, but you cannot beat the mountains. Just you can't. It's deep rooted in our DNA, maybe, I'm not sure, but now that I make those videos and I'm going pretty fast to the end of the journey, we pretty much visit all the countries in the world. Yeah, mountains are special. I mean, it's something that, what is that, a flag? It's something that it's worth living there, no matter how harsh the conditions are. Wow, look at this. It's pretty much all the countries, like covering in towns and cities. Almost. And it's very well deep integrated between them. I guess they have a really good infrastructure so far. Wow, that's a pretty nice house. I like this one. Those are not bars on the windows, I think, are just from blind shutters. Yeah, as you can see it, so I don't think they have a problem with crime here. This house looks pretty interesting, pretty modernized, I would say. Probably it's an old structure with modernized. Looking pretty good. Here, yeah, the road not so great, but, you know, it's, let's say, livable here. Probably they would look 10 times better if they didn't have those fences, but yeah, I guess you have to wait to that until that's gonna happen. But overall, even here in the countryside, houses look very nice. I mean, in Romania, we don't have, not even close to what they have here. It does look very nice indeed. Cars not so bad, and this is from 2022. August 2022. I don't remember exactly. Maybe the Ukraine war already started because a lot of Ukrainians came here. They have a border with Ukraine, so naturally they flee here. Yeah, those apartment buildings, see, housing, very nice. Those apartments, they should get demolished. Like I say, I'm waiting for a program that's gonna say decommunizing the Europe. That would be a really nice times to live. It does look absolutely horrible. It's just, yeah, it doesn't matter how much you try to explain the architecture or to say that it wasn't that bad. No, it's bad. If you say it's not bad, you never live in one of those apartments. I live even right now. So it's bad. It's really bad. Especially comparing with the house. I mean, not even close, let's face it. This house, pretty good. Like it. Not sure exactly if they're missing windows or that's how they design it, but doesn't look that way. Those doors. Overall here, again, they have gas pipes. I don't like gas anymore. I think it's a really waste of materials and not such a good solution. Make the electricity cheaper and everybody's gonna have like a heat pump, and also make the heat pump cheaper, and you kind of fix a lot of problems. And as a nice bonus, your house or neighborhood house is not gonna explode, which is kind of a pretty nice bonus to have, I would say. Wow, that's a nice house. See, small. It's a nice car here, classic BMW. I don't think it's an M, but who knows? Uh, pretty good, pretty good. See, not so bad. I mean, it could be a bit better with bigger lands between those houses, but yeah, a bit jamming together. I would say let's look for above. This is a village, by the way, not something like a town or something like that, where it looks very modernized. They have some big lands behind the houses, I guess, but uh, yeah, they are too close to each other, I would say. Let's see if we can find something better. Overall, I like it. Really like it. Not so bad, not so great, but pretty good overall. Wow, look at those trees. Very nice. I mean, that's civilization. See, that's way better than we saw in Malta. Yeah, probably the wage is not going to be that much different, judging by this guy Porsche right here, but it does look pretty good. And this is 2022. They still have Bila here. Wow. They try to sell a Kia there. Okay. It's not bad. And they even in, like I say, in a bad weather, as we saw, they're a bit darker, still look pretty good. In a good weather, like looks even better. Not sure exactly what's happening here. Something in restoration, I guess. Hopefully they improve by now. It looks good. It does look good. Let's go in the bigger city. Let's see if we can find those. I mean, look at the map here. I can't find even the country here. Oh, I don't even know where the big cities are. Bratislava is the capital, but I'm not sure exactly where is it. Oh, I want to see the mountains first. Let's just for a second. Let's just go into high hills. High mountains with hills. That's I want to see it. Is it nice? Yes, it is very nice. And this is from 2,300 meters above that. I have a nice lake here. I mean, it does look great. It does look. This is a border town, so I'm not gonna go in that part. Just want to check these ones here. It looks nice, for God's sake. Oh yeah, look at the lakes there. I mean, like I say, mountains are mountains. No matter how much you try to diminish them, you cannot. We like to go, let's say, in vacation in the on the beach, on Caribbean, stuff like that. But mountains, I mean, look at this. Look at the view there. Okay, those apartment buildings are fucked up. I don't know exactly why they put money in them to isolate them, to insulate them much better, but my opinion, they should demolish them and give the land to the people to build houses there. And those who don't have that much land there, give them land in other place. Because that's a much better investment overall, I would say. This one's apartment building. They should not even get approval for building something like that. I mean, look at this monstrosity here. Absolutely horrible. I would not want to live in a place like that. It's just, I mean, I get it's a city, fine, but in a more, let's say, look at this house area, 10 times better. 10 times better. Just right off the back. 10 times better. And look at the view here. You have the mountains there. You have much more green here. Again, not even close. They're just light years away. Light years. That's a pretty nice house. And look at the view here. That's a really nice view. And everything is clean. I don't see anything, like I say, garbage or something on the side of the road. Where is Bratislava? I'm curious. Oh, I was kind of off, but still. Let's check the main city. Let's see how nice it is here. How is it? I like those old cable trains. Looks way better. Oh yeah, also apartment buildings or whatever they have there doesn't look so great to me. Even though we might say it's history, it's tradition, yeah, it could be, just still doesn't look that great. And as always, when you put a lot of people together, yeah, things are not gonna improve that much. So good luck with that. But they have some nice. Let's check this one. Housing area. Wow, that's definitely a rich area, judging by the even by the cars. But look at those fences. Look at the house. That's how everybody should live. Maybe not such a big houses. I'm not sure exactly this is the house. Maybe it's some sort of a business center. I don't know. But that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be for everyone. And it could be if they have less population. Like I say, population, it's always the driving factor of prices, of small, let's say, building areas, small lands, small houses, and stuff like that. It's you have a lot of people. The discussion for efficiency, it's coming faster than you ever gonna think. Yeah, this one, even this street is pretty good, not so bad. Not sure exactly by those three here, but looking pretty good. Yeah, they have expensive car here. This one is like 80,000, if not 100,000 euros here. And this is from 2025, so very recently. I mean, look at those cars, expensive one. Wow, it's a sad fan here. So maybe they have a factory here. That's why they have it. Maybe it's cheaper here. It does look pretty good. It does look. It feels like a nice overall city. And if you are rich enough to afford this area, still pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go outside. Let me go back to the. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, like you can, like I say, always say, you can spend hours and hours in places like this. It does look amazing. Now, of course, they're gonna have some challenges here. It's not perfect. Definitely, it's not gonna be like extremely cheap to live, or they have like 10,000 euros net income per month or something like that. But even if you don't have that much money, I mean, look at this house. Wow, it's a nice garden. Having, let's say, a landscape like this, urban area like this, it makes things much livable, in my opinion. It's just, let's check that bus station real quick. Let's see how civilized they are. And yeah, I mean, look at this, clean, nice. Does look great. Yeah, it doesn't matter, especially if it's not a huge country. If we go in the mountain areas, like I said, it's gonna look even better. Here, the border with Ukraine. Wow, look at this one city here. Probably in Ukraine, it's gonna look 10 times worse. Here, just 10 times better immediately. It just shows the difference between a few kilometers. The difference is absolutely huge. Even here in the countryside, still looking pretty good. Like I said, even in Romania, they improved that a lot in recent years. So yeah, I can see it even here. It does look nice. It does look nice. No matter what you're trying to say, it does look nice, and especially like I say in the mountains areas, it's even better. Countryside roads, let's see them. Yeah, pretty good. I'm not sure exactly about this guy how long it's gonna be until they go home, but look at the landscape. Look at the views here. That's almost like Austria to me. Almost. Look at the fields. Look at it. It's better. I'm not sure exactly how cheap it's gonna be, like I say, to live here, but it could be cheaper than Western countries, 100%. And I think a lot of Western countries, a lot of people from the Western countries, they're gonna consider it pretty soon, especially with what's happened there with migration and the chaos that they produce from themselves. They're considering probably by the 2050 to move out to places like this, and that's a really nice place to live. I mean, look at this. Yeah, you're not gonna make that much money, but the quiet that you're gonna have here, and even the life probably is gonna move a bit slowly. It's gonna feel much better than chasing money every moment of your life, I guess. So yeah, here it looks pretty good, pretty goddamn good. You have the mountains you wanna see. You have nice towns. I mean, look at this, almost 2,000 meters, and you can spend hours just looking at these mountains, and I don't know, makes you feel like you're not that, let's say, purposeless. Yeah, let's go with the numbers. Yeah, I like it. I see it. It's if you want to move, like I say, a much more quiet place, comparing, let's say, with Paris or London or even Berlin. It's a really good option here, I would say. So yeah, let's go with the population. 5.5 million people, but 1955, 3.8 million people here in this land with 1.8% increase. That'll be roughly around 66,000 people. Migration back then, 4,200. And median age, 26 years old. Fertility rate back then, 3.4, 3.5, pretty high. And density, 79 people per square kilometers. Urban areas, 31% with 1.2 million people to manage. That will be a challenge, I would say. But look at this. Fast forward to 2025, population grew. Now there are 5.5 million, around that million people. And they go down since last year, I would say. They start going down, so very recently. Migration, it'll change, sorry. It's 31,000 people. Migration is 31, that's pretty much the same. So that's interesting. Probably those data's a bit effective because they have that, like I say, border with Ukraine, and probably look at this, they have like 2022, when the war started, they have a huge influx of migrants, most of them, like I say, Ukrainians, and now they slowly go back home, I guess, or moving to other countries. I don't know, but you can see history, they kind of have migration on minus here. So with a few exceptions, like maybe 2015 again, Ukrainians. But yeah, migration on minus usually doesn't looks like a good sign, but yeah, data is not exactly very realistic here, I would say. But the country looks nice as we saw it, so yeah, it's, even if they have some difficulties there, economic, kind of worth it in a way. No, it's like, it looks pretty good. Median age now is 42 years old. Fertility rate 1.5, 1.6. So they got below replacement back in 1995. Oof, quite a while ago. Density now, yeah, population grew, density grew as well. 114 people per square kilometers. Now there are 54% population in urban area with almost 3 million to manage. It feels like much more to me, and even those countryside, as they call it, they looking pretty good. I mean, they have pretty good stuff going on for them in there, so not so bad. I mean, does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. That's a nice tree. Okay, watch this. By 2050, population is still gonna go down just under 5 million people. Probably is gonna be even lower than that. Yearly change around 0.5% decrease. That will be roughly around 26,000 people. Migration is still on minus, but not that much, around 339 people. Median age, they go older, yeah, almost 50 years old. Fertility rate, they go up a bit less, but not that much, 1.6, it's pretty much nothing. Density, 103 people per square kilometer, so that goes down as well. Urban population, 66% with 3.2 million to manage. So they increase the population in the urban area. Probably they're gonna integrate, I would say. It's a forecast, not that accurate, but those countryside, maybe they're gonna uplifting them to the urban areas. Yeah, probably by 2050 they're gonna be well below 5 million people, probably like 4.5 million most likely. So back when they used to be, like, when in 1970s, more likely. Not a huge decrease in population, just a million in the next 25 years, I would say. It's a small country, yeah, but it does look nice, and I think the condition is gonna improve again dramatically in those countries. Life expectancy is very high, 78 years old. Females 81, almost 82 years, and males 75, 76, pretty huge numbers. Infant mortality 3.8, and death under age of 5, 4.6. Anything under 5 is pretty good. Anything under 3, it's great. Yeah, they go with those numbers down, so that's gonna be even better in the future. Demographic, as we can see, the pyramid, yeah, the base is getting narrow and narrow. They have a pretty big male surplus population by the age of 44, and then they go in a female surplus one. So I'm assuming that they have even some Ukrainians here, but it's 2020, so not they have the war didn't started yet there. So who knows, maybe some migrant workers, I'm not sure, but it's pretty significant, I would say, male surplus population that high in the age structure. Economy. Wow, that's a pretty interesting buildings. I don't like it. Like I said, maybe I can accept it as an office one, but they're definitely way better. I mean, this office right here is much better than these pretty much sky dildos. I just hate them. Don't like it. I don't understand exactly how they are allowed to build something like that. They're using euros, which is pretty interesting. Let's check this one. GDP growth first. I want to see that. 2.2, 2.1, 0.9, 1.7, and 2.5. Those are very small numbers, but at least they are on plus. But watch this. 147 billion US dollars nominal and 257 billion US dollars PPP. So yeah, things maybe are not that expensive here comparing with other countries that we saw when the purchasing power is higher, almost double than the nominal. Per capita, watch this, 28,500 euros per capita nominal and PPP around 47,000. Not so bad. I have to say, not so bad numbers. Pretty good numbers. What else can we see? Agriculture 3.8%, industry 35%, and services 61% in 2017. Yeah, pretty old numbers. Watch this, inflation 11% in 2023, and then 3.6 and 3.9. Pretty high, but still, I would say manageable. Everything above zero, in my opinion, it's a bad thing, but yeah, I guess this is how the country rolls when they have a lot of debt. They just like to decrease the value of their money, just the way it is. We have unemployment. Yes, we have 5.8%, pretty high. And youth unemployment, again, 15 to 24. I think it's misleading, but fine. By July 2020, pretty old, almost 20%. Pretty high, but I don't agree with these numbers. I think they should call it from 18 to 35, 36, even 40. That's the youth unemployment that we're gonna see it even more and more. And I think that's gonna be like 25% or something like that, which is insane. Average gross salary is 1,524 euros per month, which is pretty low, I would say. And the average net salary is 1,160 euros, which that shows they don't have that much taxes, not as we have here in Romania. It's 45% here. Here they seem to do pretty decent, and the average income is not that much, to be honest. Compared with how the country looks, I was expected to have much more than that. So even though things are really cheap here, or the average income, it's actually bigger than that, because look at the cars here. It's an Audi. That's an expensive car right there. And the houses look very nice. Everything, it's very, very good. And this is from, again, very recently, 2024. Even this car is not that cheap. And I see another almost brand new one. It's a Skoda here. Or a Volkswagen. What is it? No, it's a Skoda. Expensive cars. And yeah, probably the median, the real one, it's higher than that one. And even here in the countryside, it does look amazing. It doesn't feel like the average income is that low, but yeah. Overall, the economic, it doesn't do that bad, I have to say. Corruption, ooh, that's let's check the map because we have here. Yeah, it seemed very orange, let's say. Let's see how they're doing in Slovakia with corruption. Not so great from that map, but we're gonna see. Slovakia 49 points and got down 12 points. So they are perceived as more corrupt, unfortunately. Yeah, the wages are pretty small, I would say, and corruption, judging by that chart, it's pretty high. But even with that, the urban areas, they still looking pretty good. I mean, look at this, how nice it is. This one, not so much, but I like this green fence here. Looks very nice. I mean, it's genuinely a nice place to live, I have to say. It really does. Maybe not this graffiti here, but it is pretty good. And this is June 2024. It does look pretty good for those data that we have. Not so bad, I have to say. It does look pretty good. I mean, look at here in the up in the hills, let's call it like that. Yeah, the road needs some work to do, but I mean, it's better, I would say, than living in a urban area. That's gonna suck the soul out of you pretty much instantly. It is better. It does. It is. Look at this field here. I mean, like I say, I can stay here hours and hours, and you don't get bored. is that nice. Look at this view. Look at these mountains. Again, I'm waiting for that. We'll highlight decolonization. Waiting for the communization program that they're gonna pretty much destroy any buildings, at least the residential ones. It does look that bad. What else can we find here? I mean, I really like the flag. It's one of those favorite flags. I mean, look at this, the colors, everything. It looks nice. What else we have here? I want to say religion, 68% Christianity. Wow, and 23% no religion. Okay, pretty high. Guess they don't like that much. We have some sort of a sculpture here. I mean, okay. What else can we find? Some historical data. Yeah, from World War II. That's pretty interesting. What else can we see? Oh, even the leader of the Communist Party rule in Czechoslovakia. Yeah, what was Czechoslovakia back then? I forgot to mention that. We're gonna check. We're gonna check Czechia right now. Czech Republic. It's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be that much difference between them, but who knows? We're gonna see. But yeah, overall, I mean, look, it's a lot of mountains here. Everything looks great. We can confirm that. I mean, we saw on the Google Maps how nice. I mean, look at this. Come on. Can you imagine having a small, nice house here with that view? You don't wanna leave from there. I mean, I'm waiting. I don't like those hotels that they pretty much destroy the views of the mountain. Something small that doesn't interfere that much, it's acceptable. Something like that, it's not, in my opinion. But I'm waiting for I don't know, some sort of a drone delivery, some sort of a easy income that you're gonna have from home and moving in a place like that. That's living. Okay, that's how. Like I say, that's how it's supposed to live. And a lot of people are gonna abandon, let's say, the communist apartments for a plot of land and living in an urban area, in a countryside like that. That's way better than any urban center, I would say. I mean, look at this. They have a nice castle here. They have mountains, ferries. It's great. It's that's all I can say. It's absolutely great, and it's so underrated. Those countries, I would say. And I think, like I said, with time we're gonna see a lot of people moving in those. A lot of people. I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna allow it, how many they can allow it, but because if you welcoming a lot of people, they're gonna destroy it immediately. So yeah, they have to find some sort of a balance. But it look good for a. Like I said, it could be poorer here, but it's definitely better life here in Slovakia than, I don't know, Turkmenistan or other countries that we check in the parts of Asia, the ex-communist countries there, or Africa. So they're doing even in the Eastern Europe. Not exactly why this map, this side, I mean, the Eastern Europe, it's pretty much, like I said, Central Europe. But it does look really nice here. So yeah, it's worth it. And not too big, not too small. They have mountains. Yeah, it's a landlocked country. They don't seem to have that many lakes. But definitely you can find a few to take a bath, 100%. I mean, those one looks pretty good. I'm sure we don't have a street view there, but looks pretty good to me. I mean, another one, look at this one. You can take a bath here, probably. If they don't have some sort of a stupid rules, it could be pretty gold here. I mean, they would have the boats here. See, don't need the sea. Looks pretty good. Can we check another one? I mean, it looks pretty nice. A lake like that in the mountains. Yeah, it's pretty nice. See, you can find places like that. So yeah, that was the video. If you live in this country, leave a comment, say how things are really up there. I'll be interested in that. But check the other videos that I make, and see you next time.